Hi! Now that you've written your Comic Bee lesson plan, the next step is to write the script. After that, you will create a storyboard, and the final phase is to create the final comic. Now, before you start to write your script, you need to make some decisions. First of all, who is your protagonist? This is the person that the reader of your comic will be making choices for. And so what is that person like? Are they reflective or are they impulsive? Are they hardworking or lazy? And what motivates them? Making friends, making money, having time off. You decide. And then also think about other characters that you're going to need in your story. What are they like? And finally, where is this story taking place? Is it in a single room? Is it in a building? Is it in a city? Make notes for yourself about the characters and all these other things. You'll be putting this in Comic Bee later, so just jot down some key words. Now you need to come up with the storyline. Actually, it's many storylines, and all the storylines need to make sense. But here's an approach that I find works very well, even with kids. I like to use Post-its. And each Post-it is going to represent a scene in the story or a page in the comic book. You can think of it either way. And I'm going to be putting them on the board up here. It's good to put it on a board where you can erase things in case you want to move stuff around, including the connections. So the take your Post-it, put a few words on, and then put it on the side of your board. You might need more than one scene to set up the story. And so if that's the case, you just put another Post-it there. And I'm going to connect them with an arrow to indicate the flow of the story. The next step is to think about the endings. Think of at least two possible endings. They can be good endings, bad endings, neutral endings. So I'm going to add 3 endings. So I have a good one, an okay one, and a bad one. And again, just a few notes about what you expect to happen in that ending. Finally, you want to think about how the story flows from the beginning to each of the endings. I like to start by going to the good ending first. And so in each case, think about, all right, at the very beginning, what kinds of choices is the reader presented with? What would be a good choice and what would be a good consequence that would get them on the path to the good ending? And so write your choices on the Post-it and then add the new scene, which represents the consequence. And then there's going to be more consequences or no, more choices, and they lead to different consequences. So here, the good choice goes here. Finally, I have more choices, and I make the good choice, and it goes to the good ending. What if I make other choices? Okay, so this choice can lead to this consequence. And maybe that will continue on a path to a bad ending. Or if I want, instead of doing that, I could always just loop back. And so this could actually go over here. So I have to make this decision again. You can have cycles in here. It doesn't have to be a tree structure. And so if I make this bad choice here, maybe this one will lead to the bad ending. And so when you do this, make sure that you have a path going to every single ending. Right now, I don't have anything going to the okay ending. So I might need to add more choices and more consequences. But as long as you have this structure, you'll be able to fill it out very well, and then you'll be ready to put it into Comic Bee.